There are places on this map that defy logic, and Türkiye is exactly where that beautiful chaos begins. It is a nation so deeply rooted in its pride that it officially shed its old name to reclaim its true soul on the global stage. Want to know why the country made this change? Stay tuned, and I'll reveal it at the end. Standing here, you aren't just crossing between Europe and Asia. You are walking through the very center of the human story, where the world's most formidable empires were born and buried. Let's head straight into the heart of Türkiye, a land where the impossible feels like home. Cappadocia, the kingdom of dreams. Imagine a land so surreal, it seems as if it were painted by a dream. That's Cappadocia. Nestled in the heart of central Anatolia, this region looks like something out of a fantasy. Thousands of years ago, volcanic eruptions blanketed the land in ash, which eventually turned into soft rock, known as tuff. Over time, the wind and water carved this rock into towering cone-shaped formations known as fairy chimneys, standing proudly over the valleys like silent guardians. But the true magic of Cappadocia lies not just in its breathtaking landscape, but in the way humans have made it their own. The soft rock made it easy for ancient civilizations to carve entire homes, churches, and even underground cities into the land. One of these cities, Derinkuyu, goes deep beneath the earth, 18 stories deep to be exact, housing up to 20,000 people at once. It had everything: ventilation shafts, oil presses, stables, and even chapels. For centuries, it remained a hidden sanctuary, a refuge for those fleeing danger. Today, when you walk through these underground tunnels, you can feel the eerie quiet and the weight of history surrounding you. It's hard not to wonder, how did they breathe down here? How did they live in such darkness for so long? But Cappadocia isn't just about ancient secrets hidden underground. It's also about soaring above, as the sky comes alive at dawn with hundreds of hot air balloons. The colorful balloons drift lazily over the valley, giving you a bird's-eye view of the land that stretches out like a patchwork quilt of history and beauty. Floating high above, the vastness of the land beneath you feels both peaceful and exhilarating. Here's a question for you. Would you choose the comfort of the underground cities, hiding away from the world, or the freedom and awe of floating above it all in a balloon? Cappadocia offers both worlds, each a kind of wonder in its own right. Istanbul, the bridge between worlds. After the calm beauty of Cappadocia, we head to Istanbul, a city unlike any other. For over 1,500 years, this city has been the heartbeat of three great empires: the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. It's a city that isn't just a place on a map. It's a place where history has unfolded at every turn. The beauty of Istanbul isn't just in its buildings, but in its ability to blend the ancient with the modern. Istanbul sits at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, literally straddling two continents. This unique position has made it a prize for emperors, sultans, and conquerors throughout history. As you sail across the Bosphorus Strait, you'll see the old city on one side with its historic mosques and palaces, and the modern skyline of skyscrapers on the other. The air here is a mix of sea salt, roasted chestnuts, and the unmistakable scent of strong Turkish tea, a fragrance that will stay with you long after you've left. The Hagia Sophia, Istanbul's crowning jewel, captures the city's complex soul. Originally built as a Christian cathedral, later converted into a mosque, then a museum, and now a mosque again, it tells the story of Istanbul's layered history. Inside, Christian mosaics and Islamic calligraphy coexist in harmony. Like the city itself, a blend of two worlds. But Istanbul is more than just its monuments. It's a city that hums with life. From the labyrinthine streets of the Grand Bazaar, where the air is thick with the scent of spices and the chatter of bargaining shopkeepers, to the quieter corners where the city's beloved street cats rule, Istanbul is full of contrasts. The cats here are treated like royalty, with cozy homes set up for them on the sidewalks, and locals offering them food. It's a beautiful reminder of how life here values both the grand and the humble. And here's something to think about. Is Istanbul a European city with an Asian address? Or is it an Asian city wearing a European mask? The answer may change depending on which part of the city you're in, but one thing is certain: it's a place where both worlds meet, and that makes it unlike anywhere else on Earth. Pamukkale, the cotton castle of the gods. In the southwest of Türkiye, there's a place so dazzlingly white it almost looks like a snow-covered mountain, but it's not. This is Pamukkale, which translates to cotton castle in Turkish. It's a natural wonder made up of terraced thermal springs where for thousands of years calcium-rich minerals have built up, creating a breathtaking landscape of white pools and waterfalls that seem to glow in the sun. Walking across these terraces is unlike anything else. You have to take off your shoes to protect the delicate limestone, and as the warm, mineral-rich water flows over your bare feet, you feel a deep sense of peace. It's as though time slows down, and you can almost hear the echoes of people from the past. For centuries, people have come here, drawn by the healing powers of these waters. At the top of the terraces sits Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman city that was once a luxury spa destination for the Roman elite. Imagine yourself as a Roman aristocrat, traveling for weeks to bathe in these same waters, gazing out over the vast Anatolian plains. The ruins of Hierapolis are remarkably well preserved, with a grand theater that still seems to be waiting for a performance. The highlight is the antique pool, known as Cleopatra's Pool. Legend has it that this was a gift from Mark Antony to Cleopatra, and today you can swim in the pool, gliding over the ancient columns that fell into the water after an earthquake centuries ago. Here's something to think about. If you could spend an afternoon anywhere in time, would you sit in the Roman theater during a grand performance, or soak in Cleopatra's pool with the history beneath your feet? Pamukkale is one of those rare places where the past isn't just in books, it's right beneath you. However, Pamukkale faces a modern challenge. For years, it was overrun by hotels and tourism, and the once white terraces turned gray from pollution. Today, the government has worked to restore the site, moving the hotels and regulating the water flow. But this raises a tough question. Can we truly share these fragile wonders with millions of visitors without damaging them? Some suggest closing the site to preserve it for future generations. What do you think? Is a wonder still a wonder if no one is allowed to experience it?
Dördüncü Gobekli Tepe.
The ground zero of history. To understand the true essence of Turkey, we need to look beyond the modern cities and travel back to a time when history was just beginning. Enter Gobekli Tepe, an archaeological site that has completely changed what we know about human civilization. Located in southeastern Turkey, this ancient site is about 12,000 years old, older than the Great Pyramid of Giza by about 7,000 years, and older than Stonehenge by 6,000 years. For a long time, scientists believed that humans only started building grand temples after they settled down and developed farming. We thought agriculture sparked the birth of civilization, but Gobekli Tepe shattered this idea. This site was built by hunter-gatherers, people who hadn't yet invented metal tools, pottery, or the wheel. They carved massive T-shaped limestone pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, and decorated them with intricate carvings of animals like lions, scorpions, and vultures. What this discovery suggests is profound. It wasn't farming or food that led us to settle down. It was the human need to worship, to come together in ritual, and to seek the divine. The spirit came first, and only then did the stomach follow. Standing in the shadow of these ancient pillars today, you feel a powerful connection to the past, as if you're witnessing the birth of something larger than yourself. So here's a thought. If you were standing in Gobekli Tepe 12,000 years ago, watching these people carve stones with nothing but simple tools, would you feel like you were witnessing the dawn of a new world? Or would you sense the end of a free, nomadic existence? This site marks the beginning of a new chapter for humanity, one that changed the course of our history forever. The Whirling Dervishes, a symphony of the soul. While Gobekli Tepe marks the physical birth of civilization, our final stop takes us to the spiritual heartbeat of Türkiye. You've likely seen the iconic image, men in tall felt hats and flowing white skirts, spinning in perfect rhythmic circles under soft golden light. This is the Sema ceremony, the sacred ritual of the Whirling Dervishes, a hypnotic, meditative experience like no other. Originating in the 13th century through the teachings of the poet and mystic Rumi, this isn't simply a dance, it's a form of active meditation. Each element of the dervish's attire and every movement carries deep symbolic meaning. The tall hat represents the tombstone of the ego, while the flowing white skirt is the ego's shroud. As the dervish begins to spin, his arms cross, symbolizing the oneness of God. As his momentum builds, his arms unfold. One hand points toward the heavens to receive divine grace, while the other points to the earth to distribute that grace to all of humanity. There is a strange, gravity-defying beauty in the way they spin. Their skirts billow into perfect white discs as they twirl faster and faster. Yet they never collide, never lose their balance, and never seem to get dizzy. It's a living metaphor for the planets revolving around the sun, or the soul revolving around its creator. In that moment, time itself feels suspended. Yet, as beautiful as the Sema ceremony is, it's also sparked a modern debate in Turkey. Today, the ceremony has become a major tourist attraction, performed in cultural centers and even restaurants across Istanbul. Some traditionalists argue that turning this sacred prayer into a public show for cameras and applause diminishes its spiritual depth. Others believe that sharing this profound beauty with the world is the only way to keep the tradition alive in the 21st century. What do you think? Should a sacred ritual remain private, preserving its purity? Or is it better to share it with the world, even if it risks becoming commercialized? The sacredness of this tradition resonates deeply within the hearts of the Turkish people, not just in the quiet halls of a dervish lodge, but across the nation's landscape. It reflects a broader shift in the national consciousness, one that ties into a powerful statement of identity. This brings us to a name that carries the weight of both history and pride: Türkiye. As we've seen throughout this journey, Türkiye is a land constantly redefining its place in the world. You may have noticed I've used Türkiye instead of Turkey throughout our trip. This isn't just a stylistic choice, it's a matter of national dignity. In 2022, the government officially requested the world to adopt this name, the way the Turkish people have spoken it for centuries. For too long, the name was tethered to a bird or used as slang for failure. By reclaiming Türkiye, the nation is asserting its sovereignty, asking us to see them through their own lens rather than a Western translation. It's a powerful reminder that a name carries the weight of history and pride. Now, with that sense of identity in mind, let's explore how that same pride translates into the flavors of the country. Culinary delights. Beyond the ancient stones, Türkiye seduces you with its kitchen. Take the kebab. It's not just a dish, it's a regional signature. From the fiery, hand-minced Adana kebab to the rich, butter-drenched Iskender kebab served with cool yogurt, every bite tells a story of a different province. But if you want to find the true heartbeat of Turkish life, you look for the chai tea. Served in those iconic tulip-shaped glasses, its deep ruby color is an invitation to slow down. In Türkiye, tea is never just a drink. It is the ultimate gesture of hospitality, a liquid bridge connecting strangers in a shared moment of warmth. Conclusion. As we look back on these incredible wonders, from the surreal fairy chimneys of Cappadocia to the ancient silent pillars of Gobekli Tepe and the mesmerizing whirl of the dervishes, we realize that Türkiye is far more than a bridge between continents. It is a land that has spent 12,000 years shaping not only its landscapes, but also the very essence of human experience. Turkey refuses to be confined by a single identity. It is a country that constantly dances between its ancient roots and the future it is building. Every step you take here is an echo of a time long past. Yet there's a vibrant pulse of modernity in the air. This is not just a place you visit. It's a place that invites you to engage, to feel, and to become part of its ever-evolving story. And while we've uncovered just a glimpse of Turkey's treasures today, we've only scratched the surface. There are still countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered, from the forgotten ruins along the Lycian Way to the hidden culinary gems of the Black Sea coast. If you feel the pull to dive deeper into these untold stories, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which part of this captivating history calls to you, and we'll continue this journey together. Turkey is not just a destination, it's an invitation to participate in a history that stretches back millennia. So, as you savor that first sip of Turkish tea and watch the sun set over the Bosphorus, you'll realize one thing. You don't just visit this land, you become part of it.
Come on.